Not wearing a mask in public became a punishable offence in most Indian states. This after the COVID-19 pandemic struck the world. But the crisis has started easing in the last few months, and that's why countries all over the world are now removing the mask mandate. The move aims to ensure a smooth transition to pre-pandemic life. The United States and UAE have done away with the mask mandate. Moreover, in the United Kingdom and European nations such as Denmark, France, Spain and Italy, wearing a mask is no longer required by law. Understandably, in India too, state governments are also easing restrictions. Delhi, Maharashtra, West Bengal and Telangana have all removed the mask mandate. In fact, Haryana was the latest to withdraw masks on Saturday. Interestingly, India first imposed a fine for not wearing a mask in 2020 and hiked it to 2,000 rupees. Later in the year, the government reduced to 500 in February this year. It still remains to be seen how these updated mandates will now play out. In the last 24 hours, India has reported only 795 fresh COVID-19 cases and 58 COVID deaths. But the BA.2 variant of the more infectious Omicron is believed to be spreading fast in some parts of Europe and China. That's why experts continue to warn of not lowering the guard, as the pandemic is not completely over, especially with children below the age of 12 years still unvaccinated. The question remains, is India ready to go mask-free? Public fatigue and political pressure are forcing governments to do away with masks. Indian schools have also reopened, but a large number of children are still unvaccinated, and that's why some experts believe India's decision to unmask might be too soon for the country. Now, according to doctors, good vaccination coverage was one of the reasons for low mortality in the third wave, and that's why it is imperative for India's health infrastructure to now focus on jabbing unvaccinated children. Dr. Jaya Prakash Muliel, India's foremost epidemiologist and chairman of the Scientific Advisory Committee of the National Institute of Epidemiology, is joining us live from Vellore, which is in the Indian state of Tamil Nadu. Dr. Jaya Prakash, welcome to WION.
Hello.
What's your view on countries including India going mask-free? Is it a welcome relief, or we are not out of the woods yet and caution must be upheld?
From the Indian context, it's a very sensible move. India has had a huge infection rate due to Delta and other variants earlier. Now, the Omicron has spread through the country effortlessly, and practically everybody has been infected. Now, we now know, as against earlier during the epidemic, that naturally acquired infection gives you a very, very robust immunity. There is no doubt about it. So India is actually in a comfortable position. Its case rate is down. We have had a good vaccination rate across. So by all means, we are in a position to do the, going back to the good old days. Now, let me tell you something else. There's nothing now we can do to prevent another wave, which would be due to a new variant. Those things are random phenomena. At the moment, we have a highly immune population who have been naturally infected and vaccinated, and I think this is the way to go.
All right. Unvaccinated children is a cause of concern, especially now that schools have reopened. What advice would you give the government to focus on protecting the children who are highly vulnerable?
Children are not vulnerable. In fact, children face all these viruses effortlessly. And the mortality also has been exactly like in European countries, extremely rare. Now, Omicron, whether you like it or not, has infected everybody, including children. So their body can defend against any future variants too. So I think we are in a very good position.
All right. Finally, I just want your views on this. Should India go mask-free, and is it ready to go mask-free?
I think any restrictions that you put on a population, legalize about his behavior, is to be done only an utmost need. That need is gone completely. There are those people who are frail, elderly, who feel uncomfortable, even with or without vaccination. Sure, they should wear masks, but I think there should be no law for saying that unless you're vaccinated, you can't enter here or there. That time is gone.
All right, thank you very much, Dr. Jaya Prakash Muliyil, for talking to us and for talking to WION today.
You're welcome.
WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.